welcome back to my channel. I'm just making a brief video this morning. Today has been a successful day 2 of being in the car. I wanted to do a video yesterday for day 1, my maiden voyage, but after working for 10 hours and oh wait, that was yesterday, day before yesterday. I left my apartment way later than I intended to, so I was way off schedule by like several hours, because what I intended to do was leave my apartment around 3 p.m. That way I would have plenty of daylight and be able to explore the area, find places to park, and just, kind of get comfortable with the area. But that didn't happen. So when I arrived, it was after dark. So I drove around for a little bit and just wound up at a Walmart parking lot, which I was really, really, really nervous about because they have no overnight signs posted, and I actually parked like right under one. But the rebel in me, okay, but yeah, but I parked anyway because, one, I had been driving around aimlessly because I didn't know the area, and things are even harder to sort out when it's nighttime. I hope you can hear me okay. I've got my fan going. And I thought about parking at the hospital because I was like, hospital's a great place to park. And the hospital that is local has a massive parking garage just for visitors. It's labeled visitor parking. But I just didn't feel comfortable going there because it wasn't that late, and there were definitely people around, and I just felt weird. My car isn't as discreet as other vehicles. I'm just going to adjust myself because sitting on this angle is not making me happy. So I'm going to do that. I'm starting to realize there are things... That's better. There are things in here that I can really do without. And I definitely have too much stuff inside of this car. My skin is looking all dewy. It's not really oily. It's really humid on the East Coast. Anyway, I digress. So I didn't really feel comfortable parking at the hotel, so I just ended up at Walmart. I was like, there are 2 big RVs out here, and clearly at least 2 car campers out here, just based on, window shades, the mesh screens on the windows, and it being 11 o'clock at night and Walmart is closed and you're parked on the far end of the lot. You're sleeping here. So I decided I'm gonna join you, and it was a tense night. Definitely peeking out of my window a lot. Just kind of nervous, paranoid that someone was going to knock on the door or the window or whatever, and I would have to leave. Which, I mean, in that case I would just have to leave, but nobody wants to go through that, so I was really worried that was going to happen. Last night I decided to park at Walmart. I was going to park at my job. I work in an auto shop. But I didn't realize how exposed my job is. Obviously, there are lights out there because, customers are leaving their cars and stuff. Make sure, it's a deterrent for people for breaking in, but it also means I'm very visible. So I didn't park there because it was just too bright. I felt too exposed, and there's construction going on that road at night, so there are cops out there. And while I do technically have authorization to be there, I am an employee on a employee lot. I just was like, no, because it kind of feels like don't shit where you eat type situation. I don't want to cause potential problems at a brand new job because, I'm homeless. I have read stories about people losing their jobs after it became known that, they were homeless, which is absolutely ridiculous because if you're working, you're probably trying to better yourself and your situation so you're not in that situation, but everyone doesn't think that way. Um, so, yeah. So I had said that my car isn't that discreet, and then I didn't elaborate, and I notice I do that quite a bit when I'm talking to you guys or to anyone in general. Is I'll say something, and then I'll kind of get distracted or sidetracked or whatever, and start talking about something else, and either never come back to what I was saying or come back to it later on. So I'm trying to keep my thoughts in a single file line. It's not easy. So my car. I have a loud car. Um, yeah, it's loud. Like big ass muffler, kind of loud. Um, and while it's not obnoxiously loud, it's still way louder than most cars on the road. And so driving around late at night trying to find somewhere to park is like, driving through residential areas or on streets that are kind of empty with, my car making all this noise, even if I'm driving as passively as I can and not, giving it a lot of gas or letting the throttle out or whatever, it makes noise. Um, so that's one factor. And then I do have window screens on my car, partially because I don't want to put them on and take them off every day. It's not convenient. Secondly, I don't have air conditioning in my car. So it really helps to be able to have air inside of the car at all times, especially when the car is just sitting because it gets hot in here really quickly and I have stuff that I don't want to be damaged by the heat. In addition to that, um, I have a cargo bag on my car. I don't know if you can kind of see that through the back window, maybe a little bit. That what I'm pointing at is a window cover that I kind of stuck back there. But anyway, I don't have a rooftop cargo bag. I have what I call a car backpack, and it hooks onto the back of the car. One, because at the time when I bought it for a different car, it was the only carrier I found that didn't require roof racks. I didn't need roof racks in order to use it, and I also didn't want to worry about. Wait, let me see. The sides bag that I wanted was I just didn't feel comfortable putting it on top of the car because it was going to be pretty loaded. This was when I was leaving Florida, um, a combination of Texas and Florida, and I didn't want to put that much weight on top of the car, so I got something that will hook on the back and just kept the bag. So I already had the bag. That's partially why I used it. Use it also with it being on the back like that. While it does seem to affect my gas mileage just a little bit, having that and everything else in the car, it doesn't really affect aerodynamics of the car because there's no resistance because there's nothing attached to the top. Um, it's not like I drive on a strip or speedway or whatever, but I still was cognizant of that. So anyway, I am just organizing, going through some stuff, realizing there are definitely things that I do not need in here that I'm not using that are taking up space. I did that a little bit last night when I got off of work. I did some organizing and just shuffling things around, but gonna have to further downsize because it's in my way. And I'm gonna say right off, my cooling blanket, I don't recommend it at the moment. I don't recommend it. It's heavy and is much easier to just climb under a sheet and have a fan blowing on you, and that be that. The bed cooling system, I tried using it once, but couldn't get the fan to sit inside the top just the way I wanted it to because um, ended up buying a different fan, something much more powerful but because it's different, it doesn't fit snugly the way the fan that I originally had did. So I haven't ironed out the kinks on making that work just yet. In addition to that, what else was I going to say? I don't know. I don't need as many pillows. When I was in my apartment, I like sleeping with, 3, 4 pillows. I don't have space for 3, 4 pillows. I didn't bring 3, 4 pillows. I bought 3. I bought 3 and my plush cat and my plush dick because those are creature comforts, but they're in the way, and gotta kind of sacrifice some stuff to make other stuff work. So that's okay. I can hang on to them in storage once I get my storage unit and move into my van. If I still want to keep those things, I can keep those things then. So I'm going to give you a super brief tour of this super cluttered car right now. I'm in the moment of going through stuff, just getting myself ready for work, and yeah, so I'm gonna just rotate the camera. I'm not gonna start another video for it. So I don't know what you can see. This is my gym bag slash bathroom bag. This is the bag that I take to work. I put my battery bank in here and charge it while I'm working. So definitely by the end of my shift, the battery or all of my batteries are fully charged. I did get an okay with the manager that I could charge my power bank and just let him know I don't have air in my car. So I keep a battery to run fans, which is technically true. Yeah, so anyway, that's this bag. My window curtain. My curtains go from the back. Goes from the back over all the way up to the front. My ceiling art. I've got my crosses, my triple crosses. I don't know if you can see any of that. My pentagram. This is kind of my bathroom station here with my water. Hopefully you can see the few bottles that if you can. And on this side, we've got more curtains. These are my LED lights. I turned them on last night for the first time. They're really just accent lights because they don't actually provide enough light to see anything. so they're just there. But yeah, so I guess that's really it. The first night, and last night too, I did have like just a tiny meltdown because I didn't know where I was gonna park, and I was tired and hungry, and I really just wanted to sit down. Like typically you get off of work and you go home and you flop down and you just decompress. I did chill out in the car a bit after work, just kind of sorting through stuff or whatever, but that was still working. That was me working through stuff in the car, not, just relaxing. So last night, I got myself something to eat. I finally decided I'm just going to park at Walmart and ate my dinner, listened to a Haunted Places story, that's podcast on Spotify, and it was much more relaxing. Didn't go to bed until like 2:30 in the morning, and then had to be up at 7:45. But I don't feel tired. If I have enough time, I'm gonna make myself some coffee here if I can find all my stuff, and I'll talk to you guys later. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time.